Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to do some shopping and I am going to the Amish store. So I thought that I would bring you guys along with me. I know how much you guys enjoy just seeing the kinds of things that they carry at the Amish store and compare prices to what you find online or maybe at places like Azure Standard and things of that nature. And it's just really fun to look at bulk food if you're into that kind of thing, like I am. I love bulk food shopping. So let's go. I'm going to go ahead and do some shopping, and I will see you guys there. And then when I get back, I'll just show you the things that I purchased. right, you guys, so we are back and I got everything put away and it was a fun trip. We did some thrifting and some grocery shopping and got to go to the Amish store, so it was a lot of fun. But this is everything that I got. You probably seen it in my cart for the most part, but I was almost completely out of wheat berries. I didn't get any last week or the week before because of the holidays. With Easter and all of that stuff, they were closed, so I didn't get to go. And I pretty much ran out of wheat berries except for soft wheat and a few other random things, but I was out of spelt completely and out of hard wheat completely. Unfortunately, there's some stuff that I normally buy there that they didn't have, so sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not. But I normally try to buy the wheat berries in bulk, like big bags that you've seen of the flour and stuff. I get my wheat berries in that big size, various sizes. Usually they have a big bag of organic spelt berries, and I wish I could remember the price, but I usually get that there, but they didn't have any in the big bags, so I got 3 of the smaller bags. These 3. These are all spelt, so these are organic spelt berries, and these are just over 2 pounds. They're about 2¼ pounds per bag, and they were $3.18 per pound. So just a little bit over $7 for each of these organic spelt berries. So a spelt is definitely one of my favorite wheats. I use it more than probably anything else. I really love the flavor, and I love how stretchy and easy it is to work with. It works for everything. It works. I mix it a lot with hard wheat, and I mix it with soft wheat and stuff too. So kind of like kamut or einkorn. Usually I do einkorn by itself, but like kamut, I also mix with like my soft wheat and stuff. I usually do a mixture, so glad I got those. And then I did purchase a bag of, this is hard white wheat berries. So these were this is almost 4½ pounds. It's 4.4 pounds. And it is $1.08 per pound. So it is $4.75 for this one. And yes, I have bought also the big bulk bags of the hard wheat too, but they didn't have any like soft wheat. At least I didn't see any soft wheat in the big bags, hard wheat, or the spelt in the big bags. So I got these little bulk bags, which is fine. It will last me a little bit anyways. So yeah. I also got some hard red winter wheat. So this is hard red winter wheat. This is a 4¾ pound at $1.05 per pound. So this was $4.99 for this. And then I got, these are both soft white. So these are soft white organic wheat berries. These are 4.04 pounds, and this one's 4.06 pounds. They are $1.47 per pound. So right around $6 for both, $6 each for these. So then you can kind of compare what you pay. Let me know in the comments below where you find your wheat berries and about how much you pay per pound if you know that information. I would like to order some in bulk online just so I can get it in bulk. I have, you guys seen my pantry tours, you know that I have 5-gallon buckets down in my pantry in the basement. And I like to keep like 2 5-gallon buckets usually of wheat or pretty much everything that I store dry goods in my big 5-gallon buckets. I like to do 2 buckets at least so that I can, once I get down to that last bucket, I know that I need to go ahead and restock soon. Some things like, usually something like oatmeal. I think I get it oats in a 50-pound bag or something, but it's really big because oats are so light that it's like a really big bag. They take up a lot of space and they're kind of light. So I have 3 buckets for like my oats, and that way when I get down to that 3rd bucket, when I buy a new bag, I know it will fit completely in those 2 empty buckets, and then I'll still have that 3rd one. And so otherwise I won't have enough bucket space to fill, so then I'll have to like roll my bag down and all that stuff. So anyways, so I do keep these, like this amount of grain I store right here in my kitchen. Right under me here is my cabinet where I keep, I'll just show you. So right here in this cabinet below me, I do keep, this is a 2-gallon food grade bucket with an airtight little lid here. Although the lids are not great, I did see that like on Azure Standard, you can get the screw-on gamma lids. That would be amazing for 2-gallon buckets, but I have never ordered from Azure Standard. Up until recently, it hasn't been available anywhere I've lived. But maybe someday I will be able to try that. But until now, I have this and it works great. And I just have like spelt in a 2-gallon bucket. I have a bucket for hard white, and I have a bucket for my soft white wheat berries. And then for wheat that I don't use as much of, like I make a lot of bread and desserts and everything bread or flour related I make from scratch. So I do use a lot of hard wheat, and that's probably my most in spelt. And then soft white would be my 3rd probably most used. But then stuff that I don't use quite as frequently, like kamut or einkorn, I have those in smaller jars. I either put them in a 1/2-gallon mason jar, or I have these cute little canisters that I got at the thrift store that I put them into, and that's really cute. So that's kind of what I have for wheat, and that's how I store it. So this amount of wheat, because this to me isn't really bulk, I'll go through it pretty quickly. I go through 2 gallons of wheat fairly quickly. So I keep that much in my kitchen here, and I have just four 2-gallon buckets of wheat down here in this cabinet. And yes, I also got just these sliced almonds. Nothing fancy. They're not organic even. They're just sliced almonds. This is 0.45 pounds, and these are $7.19 per pound. So this much was $3.24. I actually bought these, the last time I bought these was December of 2024, and they were $6 something per pound. So the price has gone up a little bit, which is obvious, I'm sure, but still $3 for this is a pretty good price. So what I use the sliced almonds for is mostly my yogurt. I make homemade yogurt, and I enjoy having it with just usually I put a sprinkle of stevia in there, and then I like to put sliced almonds on there. It's kind of like granola, but I don't have to go to all the trouble to make homemade granola, because I don't buy granola at the store anymore because it's too expensive for one, and for two, it's just, even the clean stuff I feel like has unnecessary ingredients or too much sweetener and stuff like that. The stuff that's like pretty decent and stuff that I would buy is just way out of my price range for what I feel like I'm getting. So I could also make it homemade. I have a recipe on my channel for a homemade granola, but honestly, it's just a lot of work that I never want to do. And I just enjoy straight up sliced almonds on my yogurt, and it adds just a little bit of crunch and a little bit of flavor, and I like it. So I will also sometimes sprinkle this on top of quick breads or muffins, stuff like that. I like just very mildly sweet muffins with freshly milled flour and just sprinkle a few sliced almonds on top. And I really like that. It just feels like a wholesome, hearty, quick snack or breakfast that I can grab on the go or whatever and have some almonds on there. I like that. Or like banana bread or zucchini bread, something like that. I like to put the sliced almonds on there. So that's all I got today. I hope that you guys enjoyed checking out just what they have at the Amish store. It was very dead in there today. Sometimes you go and there's like no one there like today, and sometimes it's packed and there's no place to park. It's really, really hopping in there sometimes. So today was a good day. There wasn't really anybody there, just I seen one or two other shoppers and that was it. So it was a good day to film for you guys in there. I hope that you guys enjoyed that. I do have other videos of shopping at the Goodwill or at the Amish store. So check that out if you want to see some more shopping and hauls and that kind of stuff. I do typically buy a lot of spices and stuff there as well. But yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you guys in the next video. I hope you have a great day, and we'll see you next time.